We've got the Hawks here in Atlanta with an interconference matchup today. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. So Atlanta will get the first possession. Young outside. Johnson the screen. Lobbed up there for Johnson. To the inside. And it's Butler with the jam.
A little show of power from Jimmy Butler up there on the rim.
And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, Greg, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21, that was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent. No matter what night it is, Green seeks to intimidate and more often than not succeeds. Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Okongwu a screen. To the paint. And Okongwu slams it in.
And Trae Young playing floor general here. So good and so quick at finding the open man.
Oh, big finish. Emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. It seems likely that the Warriors' title run under Steph Curry, Brent, has probably come to a close.
I'm not going to count Steph Curry out quite yet, Kevin, but, you know, they have added some quality youngsters. They're trying to grow that group. How fast can they bring those kids along to championship caliber players? That's the big question. They're going to win their share of games.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Here's Curry with the three. Johnson with the rebound. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. It's a three-point game. Pass to Daniels. Young drives in. Johnson. Paxson coming off the assist from Young.
To see there just the threat of Young pulling up. It's going to open up the two-man game. The defender forced to come out and respect the deep shot. And Trae able to make the play.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, earlier I spoke with Quinn Snyder, and we talked about facing off against Jimmy Butler. And the coach said, you have to compete. No one in the league plays harder than Jimmy. He's a guy who gives his all on both ends, so you can't take one possession off. Jimmy Butler, truly a two-way star. Guys?
Thank you, David. Pass to Rizachet. They now take the lead. Okongwu's now got his second bucket of the game to go.
And this kid, Rizachet, is a team-first kind of player, willing to give it up to the open man.
Curry, good.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
The kick out to Young. Okongwu a screen. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals, the Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46 and 36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. And one of those guys, Brent, who can take over a game, sometimes from beginning to end, is Trae Young.
It is remarkable, Kevin, especially at his size in today's game. It reminds me a lot of playing against Allen Iverson, a guy who could dominate the game as a small player, and that's what Trae is. But what he can do offensively, the instincts that he shows, the way he can get it going offensively, he's truly a remarkable talent in terms of a small guy dominating a big man's game.
Okongwu a screen. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. No good from outside. The Hawks trailing. Young looking it over. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
Young working hard on the defensive end that time.
Here's the Warriors with the ball. Green left side. Left side Butler. Back to Green. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Here's Young. The Warriors making the shot. Okongwu. Paxton coming off the assist from Young. And it's 8 points for Onyeka Okongwu. The Warriors trailing. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Pass to Butler. Here's Jackson Davis. Covered by Okongwu. The Warriors have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
Listen, there's no doubt he feels like they should have the lead, but that miss will keep it all tied up.
Here's Curry. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. It's been all about Okongwu for the Hawks. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
Back to Johnson. Ricochet in the corner. To the middle. Lets it fly. And is out of bounds. Last touch by Young. It feels like every season, Brent, we set a record for pace in the NBA. Why do you think that is?
Well, I don't know, Kevin, if it's every team that's seeking pace, although in every coach's press conference you'll hear about them talking about playing faster and wanting to get out in transition. But that's where you take advantages of defenses most. Look, if you got a young team, open up the floodgates and let them run. Probably more success coming your way.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also, the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
David, that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. Pass to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. It's Young on the wing. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Okongwu slams it in.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. The Warriors making a switch here. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
And again, it's the Warriors missing. Lets it go from deep. No good that time.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And the three ball is good.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
And got to push LeVert out of that area because he's very comfortable looking to score from there.
And Green gets it to go. And the Warriors lead by 3.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Back to Young. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Now here's Curry. He's got 5. Curry through traffic. Count it! Oh!
And that's Curry showing some of that toughness, not going to shy away from contact.
Here's Young. It's stolen by Curry. Stolen. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Warriors leading by 5. And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this end.
When it comes to players who like having fun, Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
And Capella sends it back.
Well, that's just great timing. Interfering with those long limbs. Capella with another shot block. Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
For Atlanta, they have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
We've got 22 seconds left in the first half. And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. Here's Moody. A three-pointer off the mark. Here's Buffkin. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Hawks have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Healed from outside. The shot comes out. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Warriors on top, up 3. We'll be back shortly live from State Farm Arena. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Here's Curry. Green left side. Outside Butler. And Capella sends it back. Here's LeVert. Pajensky grabs the board.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but looked like plenty of room.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, last season, Draymond Green got his three-pointer going again. He said, over the years, my shot took a dive. It was in large part because I couldn't get in and out of my hips. They were messed up. It was getting my movement patterns right. Kevin, my hips haven't been the same in years, but Draymond's are good, and now they've made him tough to deal with. Back to you.
Your hips are pretty good, David. I've always said your hip. Floor spacing, always critical. Good point, D.A. The Warriors leading. And the Hawks have been part of the play-in tournament 3 consecutive seasons.
Yeah, since that run, Kevin, in the 2021 conference finals, it has been tough sledding for Atlanta. They've really been stuck in middling in that 7 to 10 range, which is forcing you to play some tough opponents in those early rounds. They have not overcome that.
So it's the Warriors now. Here's Butler. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. A tight game here in Atlanta. Here's Buffkin. No good that time. Looking to get it going. Butler drives it in and dunks it home.
Quick and athletic, Butler able to beat his opponents right to the tin.
Pass to Capella. It's not going to go for him. Great D that time from Green. No one near Curry as he lets it go. No good with the triple. And it's the Hawks' ball. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. LeVert. And there's the drive. And there it is for him. 6 points for Caris LeVert.
And just so good at reading angles. When LeVert spots a lane to the rim, he is all over it.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And some changes here for the Warriors. Here's Spencer. Here's Kuminga. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. The Hawks trailing. Here's Buffkin. There's the killer two-handed slam. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
Buddy Hield just has such an incredibly quick trigger.
Pass to Daniels. Lobbed up there for Johnson. It's stolen by Kuminga. And here we go. Fast break. Ayton's got it.
And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it.
All right, Brent, quickly. First thing that comes to your mind when you think of Jonathan Kuminga.
Physicality, Kevin. I mean, this guy is so dominant athletically that Jonathan Kuminga is a presence out on the floor. If he continues to put himself in the situations where he can put his body on guys and play fearlessly, his game is going to continue to grow.
Now here's Hield. Kuminga up top. 1:43 left in the third quarter. Back to Hield from deep. And another three for Golden State.
Wow, Hield has a beautiful release on his shot right there. Just barely off of his fingertips and buttery soft.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Oh, yeah, his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
The Hawks trail by 6. Driving the lane. And it's Looney with the rebound. And they're pushing it up. Here's Kuminga. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
That's a needle in a haystack shot right there. You're not going to hit that one all that often.
Kicks it out to Johnson. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Looking back to last season, he was at about 73%.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And this is his second trip to the line in the game. He's off on the second. And here's Atlanta. They trail by 7. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. There's Kuminga. Comes up empty down low.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Here's Butler. Johnson with the block. And he's able to get it back.
Well, he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. And so it's Atlanta with it. 7-point differential. Here's Young. Pass to Daniel. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Yeah, just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. So both teams changing it up here. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Quinn Snyder said to his team. And he begged his guys to get after it on the break. He said, let's keep up the tempo, guys. You know how dangerous we are on the break. Be confident with the ball. Take risks. Move it, guys.
Okay, David, thanks.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Young outside. Down low. And the dunk by Capella.
And Capella is sort of the prototypical roll guy, right? Going straight from the solid screen to elevating and being open.
Outside Butler. And here is Moody. Back to Butler. Pass to Looney. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
Time and time again, Butler just making the right play.
Young with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
They kick out to Hield. Outside Curry. Inside. Here's Looney. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Warriors lead by 5.
Yeah, Looney opens up the offense here. You're just getting some bonus points from him. And that's helping out when he knocks down Jays.
Pass to Daniels. And he drops it in from the low post. Daniels has got 4 points this quarter.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He's not taking any chances. He wants to huddle him up right away. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. 3-point lead. Here's Butler. Out to Payton. They get a hand on it. Curry goes inside. Misses from short range. Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
Johnson in the corner. Pass to Okongwu. 5 on the clock. Johnson inside. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Now take a look at him, locked in right now in this moment, wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
Young inside. Here's Capella. Pass to Okongwu. Over Butler. Here's Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
And how about Capella? Not the guy you expect, but cool under pressure that time.
Outside Butler. We've got 1:23 left in the game. Over in the corner, Green. Tries again. Rebound by the Hawks. And here's Atlanta. They're on a 14-6 run. Screen by Capella. And Young, here we go. Yes!
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Here's Curry. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. There's 49 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. And the wide open shot from Green. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
Fearless. Draymond Green gets it done in the moment.
Okongwu a screen. It drops.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
Green, no lock. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
So it's the Hawks now. Here's Young. Pachinski grabs the board. And here we go. It's Butler. Count it!
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. To win the game. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last second shot is offline. And that's going to do it for regulation. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. Young with the ball. To the middle. And Okongwu slams it in.
Trae Young not afraid to make passes like that. Great vision.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. The Warriors trailing. Healed outside. Outside, Payton. That one, no good. Good work defensively by Capella. Young for three. Here's Daniels. Warriors with the rebound. Here's Post. That shot off. Young outside. Over to the left wing. Shot from 6. Okongwu's shot is good. Okongwu's now got the lead up to 4 now for the Hawks.
And how about the execution, really when it matters most? He knew he had the height advantage and just got the job done. No need to pass in that situation.
Post. And the Warriors miss again.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. Have to use better judgment there. And he's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Clearly a foul.
He hits the first one, and that turns the lead to 6. He's perfect from the line this time.
The lead's not looking as comfortable after those free throws. Nice job.
Young up top to the inside. The rebound by Post. Warriors trailed by 5. Here's Hield. Here's Kuminga. To the paint. Here's Post. Clock at 4. Golden State needs to get off a shot. It counts. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Screen by Capella. Money!
And that's where you want to feed Clint Capella, deep down on the interior part of the paint. Let him power through.
Outside, Kuminga. Good work defensively by Capella. 2 points here might be all the cushion they need.
You would think so. This game is theirs for the taking.
It's stolen by Curry.
Can't waste any time here.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
Young, good. Now it's a 6-point Hawks lead.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
And here are the Warriors now. Knocks down the trifecta.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Young from deep 3-point range. And